This is the Life by Design with Angela Weiss podcast, episode 26, Thursday, Mini Mental Health, Permission to Stand Down, Showing Up When You're Not Okay. I almost didn't record this today. I was going to put it off, but it's not because I don't care, but because I'm having one of those days where everything feels a little heavier than usual. And if I'm being honest, part of me wanted to give myself permission to stand down today. And I still am, but I also know that sometimes, showing up doesn't have to look perfect. And I felt like it was important to show that too. It can just look like this, messy face, messed up makeup for the women, a little messy and just real, and still here, still present. So if you hear it in my voice today, yeah, I have been crying a little nasally. If I pause, if I don't sound like I normally do, well, there's a reason for that. But I'm still here. And I think it's important to show that side of things too. Maybe that's what this was really supposed to be about today. Welcome back to the Life by Design with Angela Weiss podcast. I'm Angela Weiss, author and nurse practitioner, and someone who usually sits on the other side of this, helping people hold what feels heavy or let it out. And today, I'm in it too. Before we go any further, I live in the midst of chaos with a couple dogs and a cat. And, sometimes it gets loud. So before we start here, just take a breath with me. Inhale slowly and exhale. No fixing anything, no changing, just be here for a second. As I sit here, my cat, I just do not understand why she goes crazy every time I record these. She's so loud. I don't know if you can hear her. I just want this to be a space where you don't have to perform either, like I'm not right now. Over the last few episodes, we've talked about why you can't just turn it off, what your body's trying to tell you, and the cost of staying in survival mode. And today we're supposed to talk about why you don't talk about it, why we struggle to talk about what we are dealing with. But sitting here right now, it feels like something a little different is more important, because the truth is, sometimes it's not that you don't want to talk about it, it's that you don't even really I can't even speak, don't even fully realize how much you're carrying until it catches up with you. And today for me, I would have to say it's catching up with me. Suddenly, out of nowhere, unexpectedly. And it's not in a way that I need to stop everything. It's just in a quiet way that is reminding me that I also can lay it down. And I can still function and I can still show up. And so can you. And still do what needs to be done. But, we feel it when we're in the middle of it like this, right? We feel it. We feel it in our body, in our energy, and what we have to give. And sometimes there's nothing left to give. And how much effort everything takes. Being the one that's the strong one. And this is the part people don't talk about enough. You don't have to be falling apart for something to be heavy. You can still be carrying it well. You don't have to be in a crisis for it to matter. You can still be doing all the things, but you don't have to justify it for it to be real. It is still real. It is still heavy. This damn cat. It's crazy how quiet or how loud she is. So, for a lot of you listening, you're really good at this part, right? You just keep going like me. I'm one of those too. I got to listen to my own advice. You keep going, you push through, you handle the things. You handle all the things. You say, I'm fine. I'm fine. I hate it when people say, hey, how are you? How are you are words that can really make a person fall to pieces, aren't they? But we say, I'm fine. And again, technically we are, right? We're fine. We're alive. We're breathing. We're moving. We're going through life. But underneath it, there's more. There's always so much more than I'm fine. And you don't always give yourself, good Lord, I can't speak today. You don't always give yourself space to acknowledge it, but you're used to being the one who holds it together. So that's nothing new. You just keep doing it. You're used to being the one people rely on. And when that's been your role for a very long time, it can feel unfamiliar, even uncomfortable. To let yourself not be okay. So you don't talk about it. You just push it down. You minimize it. You minimize your feelings, partly because you don't want people to know, but otherwise because you think they wouldn't care if they did, actually. And you tell yourself it's not that big of a deal. But your body knows. Your body knows. Your nervous system knows. You let it out. It lets it out in ways, through the tears for me today, right? Through pain. It shows up anyway. Even when you don't want it to, it's going to show up. It shows up in your patience. Shows up in your exhaustion. In the small things that feel bigger than they really should. Gosh, we make so many things bigger than they really should be, don't we? And I think I want to say today, both to you and honestly, also to myself, is this. You do not have to wait until it's unbearable to acknowledge that something is heavy. You don't have to earn the right to feel what you feel. And giving yourself permission to stand down doesn't always mean stopping everything. Sometimes it just means being honest about where you are while you're still moving throughout your day. Just being real with yourself. It means not pretending that you're okay, like when you're not. It means not abandoning yourself just because you're used to being strong. It's okay. And maybe today standing down doesn't look like canceling everything. Maybe it looks like softening your expectations for yourself, taking things one step at a time and not pushing yourself to be more than you have the capacity for. Not expecting more out of yourself than you would expect out of someone else. Because we tend to expect far more from ourselves than anyone else. Maybe it looks like letting this be a quieter day, or letting yourself feel something without immediately trying to fix what you're feeling or stop what you're feeling. Just feel the feelings, let them flow, know that they're going to come like a wave in the ocean and they're going to go. They come and go. And if you're listening to this and you're having one of those days too, it's okay. It's crazy. The days don't always start out like that, do they? Just something seems to happen along the way that knocks you off the tracks. And you're human. And you're allowed to have moments where things feel heavier. Even moments throughout the day where it's just like, I do not want to do this. Even if you're still functioning and doing the things. Just give yourself some grace. Let yourself show up messy. Let yourself show up crying nasally. It's okay. We're going to keep walking through this together, one step at a time. Not perfectly. Nothing's ever perfect. But honestly, just being honest. With this podcast, I'm just going to say take what you need from it and leave what you don't. It's not all going to fit everyone. Just keep living your life by design. This podcast is for educational purposes only, and it's not a substitute for mental health care. If you feel like you're having a crisis, please call 911 or 988 in the United States. Listening does not establish a provider-patient relationship with me. You can connect with me on Facebook at Life by Design Press, Instagram at Angela Weiss Author, LinkedIn, Angela Weiss, and I will put my author website in the show notes where you can find all of my 62 and counting books, including Permission to Stand Down. It's also on Amazon, as well as Standing Beside the Warrior and Answering the Call. And if you would like the Permission to Stand Down workbook, please email me at angela@lifebydesignpress.org with Stand Down in the subject line. I've been sending that out quite a bit and getting really great feedback from it. I would love to send it to you to help you as well. I've been hearing so many stories over the last several days about people who are carrying far much more than they should be carrying. And we're all in this together, just walking along with each other on this journey. And I just want to encourage you to stop, like I said, holding yourself to a higher standard than you would hold anybody else, and giving yourself permission to just take a breath, take a day, take a week, whatever you need to rest, to reset, to recuperate. Thank you so much. By the way, I don't see who the people are that are listening. I cannot see that, but I can see where you're listening from. So next to the United States, the United Kingdom is the second area that is listening the most to this podcast. So thank you to the United Kingdom and to Australia and to Germany and France and Belgium and Kazakhstan and Egypt and South Africa and Tokyo and Japan and so many other places. And in the United States, I have the most listeners in Texas, Washington, in California, Florida, North Carolina. I thought it would be Missouri because that's where I live, but It's actually not. So, anyway, I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.